Hey everybody, it's Korey. Thanks for clicking. Let's kick it. So this idea for today's video has been bopping around in my head for like a month, maybe. Several weeks at least. And I continue to think about it every single night before I go to sleep. Because that's what has been bothering me. Those memories, those people, those embarrassing things you did that you think about all the time, especially like when you can't fall asleep and they keep you up at night, and those brain cells could really go towards something better, but they're not. So these are the things that I think about a lot. Just a couple of months ago, I was at my old apartment doing laundry, and it was one of those terrible shared laundry rooms with everyone else in the building, and the washers, the dryers always ate my quarters. I went in there one day and there happened to be an old lady who seemed very out of place, and I did not know why she was in there, but she was in there, just sitting minding her own business. And as I loaded my clothes into the dryer and I reached to put quarters in, she goes, no, wait, you don't have to put quarters in that. And I did not believe her, but she said, really, just go ahead and press the button. And I did, and it started, and she yelled in her little old lady voice, miracles do happen! And I think about that a lot. Back when I was in the first grade, there was this girl whose dad was in the military or who was getting passed off between her mom and her dad, and her name was Rachel. And she would show up for a couple weeks and then be gone, and then she would come back and we might not see her again until the next year. She was a mystery, but she was so intent on giving everyone a hug at the end of the day while we were waiting for our moms and our dads and babysitters and whoever to come pick us up. She would insist on giving everybody a hug, and I used to refuse to give her hugs. I used to pretend that I did not see her, that I could not hear her, just because I thought it was weird, and I was mean to her for no other reason than that. And I think about that a lot. Probably about 2-3 years ago, I was working a job that I didn't really care for, and I was at a party with other coworkers, and this woman was specifically telling me reasons why she was better at the job than I was, and her main reason was, you don't have these, and she shook her breasts in my face. And I think about that a lot. When I was 5, my family used to take a lot of long weekend getaways to like Indianapolis, Chicago, St. Louis, and one time we were at a hotel in the suburbs outside of St. Louis, and I was sitting on the steps of the hotel pool, minding my own little 5-year-old business, and this other 5-year-old boy came up to me and tried to talk to me. And I was friendly and talked for a little bit, but then he said, "Do you want to be friends?" And I knew even at 5 to be skeptical of strangers. And I told him, I have to think about it. And I think about that a lot. I was a safe and kind of snobby 5-year-old. When I finished high school and went to college, I came back at the end of my freshman year to go to a tennis match because I was on the tennis team and I wanted to see how the team was doing that following season when I wasn't there. And a kid came up and said, oh hey, how's it going? Because he hadn't seen me in a little while. And I responded with the same statement, except I got how's it going and what's up mixed up in my head and on my tongue, and it came out, hey, how's it up? And I think about that a lot. When I was in college and I went to Washington, D.C. for the first time, one of the first things we wanted to do when our plane landed was go to the National Mall. And I had never heard this expression before, so when the first person said to me, hey, we should go to the mall, I legitimately expected a Macy's, Sears, and PacSun, not the area where all the monuments and important historical buildings are. That's embarrassing. I think about that a lot. When I was in the 7th grade, I took a plastic drinking cup, put it up around my mouth, and sucked all the air out of it so that it was stuck to my face, and I kept it there for about 10 or 15 minutes, and the next day I was so bruised and so red all around here from the suction of that cup that people at school thought I had a hugely thick 5 o'clock shadow for a 13-year-old. And that bruising didn't go away for a couple days. I think about that a lot. And my family makes fun of me about that a lot. During all 4 years of college, whenever I had to do an icebreaker activity or meet a new group of people and they would say, share your name, where you're from, and one fun fact about yourself, my fun fact was always, I bleach my teeth. Who would want to get to know me after that? I think about that a lot. So those are the thoughts that keep me up at night and constantly re-embarrass me, and those are the things that I think about a whole lot. And if you can relate to this video, comment down below with whatever you think about a lot, the stories that keep you up and that you really just cannot spare the space in your brain for. Share this video, subscribe to my channel if you want to see whatever I do next, and thanks for hanging out. I will see you soon.